This program is brought to you by UCKG.
Hello and welcome to today's Love Talk Show.
Does the idea of managing your own budget give you stress? If so, this can be even harder if you have to do this as a couple.
So you're not the only one to find yourself lost in the midst of the bills pile. Many couples, many people have the same issues too. So on today's topic, Anna, we will focus on all things related to the topic family budget.
Dealing with financial matters can be easier than you expect. Don't let money to bring stress and misunderstanding in your relationship.
So, Anna, marriage is not a business, but we deal with problems in marriage like we deal with problems in business, with an intelligent approach. So no company, will work successfully without a budget. Do you agree?
I agree.
So every couple should have a family budget, not only to manage their money, but also to avoid disagreements and arguments. These can happen when the two are not on the same page when it comes to their finances and financial decisions. You both need to share the same financial goals and have mutual trusts towards one another.
Preparing a family budget is something that will help you a lot. It will give you a clear indication of where your money goes, and in turn provide a peace of mind for you to spend wisely. You will be able to then plan and enjoy your life even more.
So this goes to show, it goes hand in hand actually, with that important law of economics that you should spend less than what you make always, otherwise you're going to have problems. So on today's show, we shall be discussing with a financial expert, that's going to be nice, who will provide the basics needed in formulating a workable budget. We also have a couple present here with us that will tell us what they did and what they learned in regards to having a family budget. So Anna?
So to begin, let's take a look at some red flags to avoid.
Let's have a look at it now.
Not talking about the family budget. When you are married, your expenses become shared as you both now have responsibilities towards them. Both your incomes will now go towards the household expenses. It is therefore important to discuss and plan the family budget accordingly. Ignoring the bad spending habits of each other. She loves to go to the high-end shops in town, whilst he is happy with the discount shops. She's a spender and he is a saver, or vice versa. If you and your partner see money in different ways, it is very important to address your differences. Not doing so will only bring problems to the relationship, sooner or later. You have to both agree a limit for each category of spending. Draft a financial plan together. Hiding any purchases and debts. The purchases you make or the debts you have are not only your problem, especially now that you are married. It is also unwise to hide any expenses. In a marriage, there is no more my money and your money, but it is now our money. There is no more my debts and your debts, but our debts. You are now a team. Living above your income. Living beyond your means is really easy to do these days, especially as there is easy access to credit cards. However, the problem is not with having a credit card. The problem is to spend more than you have. The bill will soon follow and you will have to pay for it. You must not live a lifestyle that you cannot afford. Think twice about unnecessary purchases and always find inexpensive ways to have quality time with your spouse and the family. In other words, only buy what fits within your pocket. A couple has to be very conscious about spending decisions. You need to have money for today, but you also need to have money for tomorrow. Cultivating a habit of saving is recommended for a healthy relationship and a healthy lifestyle. Placing money above your relationship. It is important to recognize how money problems can affect your family life. Your marriage can be great in every area. However, an unexpected financial problem can arise, which could potentially ruin it. So it's important to communicate your expectations about spending and have a contingency plan for any eventualities. This helps to prepare you as a team to face any potential problems. Financial compatibility will certainly play a huge role in the success of your relationship. When it comes to money affairs, communication is key.
So, very interesting and educational video, Anna.
Yes.
Some points, very important ones. One of them was a red flag, actually, not talking about the family budget. So there are couples that don't talk about it.
Yeah. If they are not talking about it, they are not communicate, right? So that's a problem.
That's not a way to avoid problems.
Yeah, no.
Right?
The
Sometimes they don't communicate
be
because they may think, well, if we talk about money, we're going to argue. It's important that even when you have different views on the money decisions, that you have a more professional approach, right? Not argue about it or argue without fighting, but you have to talk about the family budget.
In order to solve it.
Because many times they don't talk about it because they don't want to have a problem, but then when one takes the decision without the other one knowing...
And that is going to be a bigger problem.
A bigger discussion, a bigger argument. Another point was ignoring the bad spending habits of each other. That's very bad. We need not only a bad spending habit, every bad habit.
It's not good.
It's bad, obviously, but we need to find ways to eliminate them, right?
Because when you are a couple, you are supposed to help each other. And if you ignore, you're not doing good to your partner,
And
right?
today, there's technology that can help us with this. There are apps, Anna, that even every expense you make, you could put into it, and it's gonna show you how much maybe you're spending too much on eating out, maybe you're spending too much on unnecessary
One of these days
things.
you're using this type of app,
It's
right?
very helpful.
Yes.
And most of them are for free. You don't even have to pay for this kind of thing. But it's important to eliminate the bad spending habits.
Yes.
Hiding any purchases and debts. Of course, the idea here is not to be controlling and, how come you spent £1 on this? But usually, couples that live happily, they tend to agree on a budget. Okay, we can spend everything over, let's say, it doesn't have to be this amount, just for the sake of example here, everything over £100, let me know.
Yeah, but why hiding? Because if you, as a couple, you share everything, I don't think there is a reason for hiding.
Yeah, that's how you build trust.
Yes.
Trust is something that you don't easily give. You have to build, and not only build, you have to maintain it. When you hide things, you're not helping trust to be built at all. Living above your income. That's another very bad one, right? Yes. Some couples, they don't even know. They don't even put it there, the list of how much they spend. All they know is, we're always on overdraft.
Yes.
I don't know where my money is going. One thing is important. Hear me now. If I take any pound note, say if I take a £5 note and I put it in the set here behind me and I leave and no one comes in to this studio for one whole year, for 5 years, in 5 years that note's still gonna be there. It's not gonna walk away, run away. So money doesn't go. Money is spent, invested, used. So this idea, I don't know where my money is going, actually you have to rephrase this. You have to say, I'm not keeping track of my expenses. I am not recording, registering how I'm using my money. And that's a very bad thing to do. Yeah. That's a bad habit that has to be, as our advice here, eliminated. Keep track of it. It doesn't matter if it's £1 or £1,000 or more or less. Keep track of it. You need to know how and where you're using your money. Now, there is one last one that is really, really important. That's why we even made a special mention of it. Anna, it's when we speak about placing money above your relationship. Money is important, right?
Yes.
But it's not more important than the relationship itself. The relationship is not money.
Yes, because money cannot buy joy, cannot buy peace, cannot buy love, right?
Yes.
So the person needs to see what's more important in their lives.
Yeah, they have to know, like, for instance, you have to know how to invest your money. But when you want to invest, you have something you want to receive. You want to receive more money. You want to make a profit, right? In the same way, the results that you want to see in your relationship will need an investment. You just mentioned, for instance, joy. It's not going to automatically happen just because we're together. Actually, what's going to automatically
happen, yeah, right?
Actually, if anything's going to happen automatically, maybe it's going to be fights, yes. Arguments, because we are emotional individuals, right? We have emotions. So you need to, I want joy. What do I need to do? Well, I need to find out what my partner likes. I need to give. By me giving, I'm not talking about necessarily giving money. I'm talking about giving your time, giving your attention.
Your support.
Your understanding.
Yes.
Right?
And as a couple, they working as a team, right? Mm-hmm. Not the money they're going to use for their benefit, but not to destroy them.
Yeah, it has to be an instrument, right? An instrument for a means, not the most important thing. So when couples, they begin to put too much attention on the financial part, even prioritizing their professional career over the relationship, that causes problems.
Yeah. They are losing focus on what is more important in their life.
At some point, one of them has to compromise. If my career is really important to me, really, really, really important, and it's really, really important to you, and it is just so that it puts us on separate paths. You have to be somewhere in some city, always traveling, and me somewhere else. This causes distance. This causes friction. At some point, if the relationship is the most important thing, if the happiness of the couple is to stand, one has to make the compromise. I love you so much that I'm going to adjust my career yes. to yours, or vice versa. It doesn't have to be always one or the other, but this has also to be agreed, okay? Yes. So hopefully we have helped you with some of these tips, or red flags, better say. But now we need to go to a short break. Don't go anywhere. This is only the beginning. We have much more interesting things to talk about, and it will be right after this. Hello, dear viewer. We are here, and we came in the middle of the break to tell you this. The best way for you to learn how to deal with your relationship problems, Anna, is to learn how to deal with
ourselves. If you don't know how to deal with yourself, you don't know how to deal with others.
That's right. That's why we have the Love Therapy. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. in Finsbury Park, 232 Seven Sisters Road, N4, 3NX, and also in some other locations. For more information, visit our website, lovetherapy.co.uk. See you there.
See you.
So welcome back to Love Talk Show. Our topic of today is family budget, which is something very important, right, Anna?
Yes, very important for the family happiness, right?
When it's done, And well done, it's a reason for peace, joy, couples thrive. When it's not done or not properly done, they have problems. Yeah. So, in order to help us speak about this and explore the topic more, we have Effie here with us, a financial expert, and I want to thank you so much for making the time to come to the Love Talk Show.
Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, Effie, I would like you to honestly feel completely free to speak about this. We know, for instance, there are many couples who have issues because of different views on financial decisions. Many couples don't even know how to make a family budget, might not even know exactly what that is. Maybe they know what it is, but they don't feel it's important to do it. So, in your point of view, in regards to family budgets, how important it is, why should we do it, and how to do it, feel free to help those who are watching us now on today's topic.
Okay, thank you very much for having me on the show. First of all, I would like to say that we run a wealth management consultancy, and we actually I'm not a financial expert, but I run a wealth management consultancy, and we contract a lot of financial experts to help our clients.
You run a couple successful businesses,
yes, and one of which is a wealth management consultancy. What I would say, it is an area that is very, very, I would say, is a crucial area for couples, and the family budget is very, very important. Before couples get together, get married, one of the areas they really need to understand is how their spending habit is. They really need to understand that, and they really need to talk about that. Because you find that when they don't, and they just get into marriage, it becomes a real problem. And that's what we are going to be looking into today as best as we can. If a couple decides that they want to go into debt to pay for a wedding, that's their choice, but they must also be fully informed of the consequences of that and know what they are getting into. So this is the most important first thing. Be fully informed of each other's expectation, what you want, your goals, and agree. Because as you rightly say, it may not be a good idea to go into debt for the wedding. It's better to save, plan, and don't go into the wedding, because a marriage is a marathon, it's not a sprint.
Yes, that's right.
And I think celebrating anniversaries will be more, you will find out that will be more important than that day you tie the knot, because it's really a daily sacrifice, getting to know each other. So, and you don't want to go into the marriage with a burden, with problems. You don't want to go into the marriage with problems like debt. Debt can be a huge issue that affects couples.
Yes. And if the beginning of the marriage already entails a lot of, it's difficult. It's harder at the beginning because you're still getting to know the person. You're still adapting. It takes years to adapt, right?
Exactly.
So if you're going to add something that will add more stress into it, as you're saying, then you really have to know what you're getting into.
If you have a weakness for spending, maybe people like to shop or eat out, you have to bring that to the table and say, look, this is the situation, this is my weakness, this is my strength. And planning your goal will decide, and your attitude to each other, trusting each other. There's trust involved as well.
Yes.
So trusting each other will decide how you are going to organize your finances. You may say, okay, you want 2 separate accounts, or you want a joint account, or you want 3 accounts. So which means you have an account where it's a joint account, you put the household expenditure in that account. You already know what it is, you've planned your budget, you have probably a spreadsheet, you know what you are spending the money on. So you have that account. So both of you, you decide, you're a couple, you decide, okay, you put maybe a quarter of your wage, half of your wage. You decide depending on your spending habit. Then you have separate accounts as well. And that gives you a form of independence. And say, okay, this will be my own money for indulgence. And you agree. Or sometimes, some people, they trust each other that they just give maybe some men will say, okay, the woman take control of the household. And you have to decide. Today we have some men who are at home. That has to be looked as well, where the woman is working, or vice versa. Now that you cannot, for example, some men, when they have the housewife, that also causes problem because they think the woman is not doing anything. But you have to factor that in. That is a value that is being added in that.
And later on, they are planning to have babies, right? The children will bring other expenses.
Exactly.
Right?
So the children, before you have a child, you must plan. There are many things you can do, to already start planning to have children. For example, a lot of people plan, okay, to add additional income or to reduce the stress. They have things like baby showers, where their friends bring, different items the baby needs. That helps a lot. And you know of many things you can start doing for the child, and get a way of planning, maybe where you work as well, how to get the benefit for when you are pregnant. So this awareness of many helps to reduce the stress in finances. And it helps couples because, money is an issue that we need. It's like the oil, the fuel for life. It's, without money.
To run smooth.
Exactly. It's a tool. It's really a tool to facilitate things. It helps to facilitate things. And that's how we have to see money. And because we need that tool for many things, we have to know how to use it properly and make sure it's well maintained. Because if the tool is not well maintained and things are not properly organized, you have problems.
So you see, we're dealing with strategies. Everything we're talking about here is rational, is intelligent, yet we're speaking about love.
Yes.
So that's why, if we always say here, Love Talk Show is I think, the only kind of show that talks about love without involving emotions, without highlighting emotions too much. It has to do with emotions too. For instance, you're going to be happy if you have money. Exactly. You're not going to be depressed because, I have too much money. You're going to be happy because, as you said, money is an instrument through which you can acquire things and you can do things that you want to do. However, in order for you to get to that joy of having it, you need to have an intelligent approach.
If you don't know how to deal with money, can be a problem.
Then it can be a problem. That's right. So you see, even negotiating, right? You are a businessman. You can't always have your way. You have to deal well, be very smart about how you deal with compromises.
Exactly.
And in marriage, it's just the same. It sounds strange. How am I going to negotiate in marriage? Yes, you do have. So it's important. Compromising when it comes to negotiating and dealing with it is crucial to the success. Would you say that?
Yes, it's very crucial because without that, it's going to be a problem. Because let's say you have, you have goals. One partner wants to purchase a property and the other doesn't. How do you deal with that without agreeing?
Yes.
You have bad credit, but you want to continue in that. Whereas the other one has a proper ambition and wants to make sure that, maybe it's even working in the financial industry, where you have to have good credit, then that could affect. Yeah. So there must be sacrifices. There must be need of, look, I like this, I'm doing this, but I have to change for our common goal. And this is very important. And those who are not couples yet, who are looking to get married, it's very important to have this understanding. and go in with this understanding before you get into problems. And those who are having problems, look, and this is the reason why you're having problems. Then, if the way you've been doing, the way you've been acting in the past has not brought you happiness, then you have to reconsider your actions. You have to reconsider how you think you will excel in your marriage. You will have a good marriage. You will have a good life together. Because this is very, very important. Because everything that, I will say everything that actually, every company that does well, there is unity, there is a plan, there is a goal. Yes. Nothing just happens.
Yes.
Nothing just
success is never automatic.
Exactly.
Yeah?
Exactly.
Consistent success, there's an intelligence behind it.
Yes.
There
And
has to be.
unfortunately, because of this type of problems, many couples, they end up in divorce.
Yeah,
right?
that's absolutely right. So, Effie, we even wanted to talk more here.
Yes.
You know, there's more things we want to talk about, but time doesn't allow. Is there any other point that you would like to make before we finish this part? Anything that you would like to add?
Yes. No. Yeah. Well, before we finish, I would just like to say that the unity is important. You know, just summarizing what we've been saying, being fully informed, whatever it is you're going to take from this, I think, is be informed. And when you are informed, you are able to manage expectation. At least, the least requirement from yourself is to know what you are getting into. Then decide if you're going to get into it or not.
Very good. I want to thank you once again.
Thank you very much.
For the very, very smart, useful, and good advice you gave us. Okay, we learned also a lot today from our conversation here.
It was a pleasure.
And if you are a good student of this show, for sure you took note of the bullet points that you saw on the screen while we were talking here, right? If you didn't, okay, we'll give you a break because you can watch also this episode on social media, on YouTube. You can go there and watch, right? And make sure you note this down. We spoke about defining the roles. It's very important in business, it's very important in marriage. Who is going to do what? Maybe she's better than you at doing something. Maybe you are better than her at other things. Define who is going to do what. Compromises, negotiation, all this that you find in business, you also find in a successful marriage, and you have to do well with it. Be well informed so you can manage your expectations well. That's the rule of the day. All right? Very good. We're going to go to a short break, and we have more good things to show you on today's show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Hello, dear viewer. If you are dealing with difficult problems in your relationship, such as
Fights,
or healing from a harsh breakup,
jealousy,
communication issues, or things of the like, come to the Love Therapy this Thursday and every Thursday at 8 p.m. in Finsbury Park, 232 Seven Sisters Road, N4 3NX. For more information, visit our website, lovetherapy.co.uk. See you here.
see you.
Welcome back. Now, let's check the story of a couple that have learned how to deal with the financial aspect of their relationship. Let's see it now.
I came to this country when I was very little. So from there on, I attended school and I made it to college. Financially, it wasn't stable, me and my family. So I couldn't attend to university. So that was my dream cut off, basically. I was business minded and still I am. But there was a problem with the deal that I'd done abroad. So that got me into really big trouble, and I had no way out, you know. It was a tough moment for me and my family, and with these huge debts. And so I met her, and she guided me the right way, and she was there in the problem, you know. Actually, she came to we met each other, I should say, in the tornado, you know, because I was really, how can I say, suicidal because of the amount of money. It wasn't like few thousand, it was several hundreds, thousands that I was owed. You know, I had to owe someone. And obviously these people, they don't really have, you know, they don't have conscience to think that you are a human being, you need time. No, they are, you know, we want the money now or else we do something to you.
In that time, we had a very difficult times, and I find I was pregnant as well. And then we fall all. So the baby now, so how we're gonna make everything in this difficult? So, but we got together and we plan everything. We say we have to get this big trouble out of the way and plan everything, focus what we want for the future. So it was very hard in the beginning for the first 2-3 years, we said, in a relationship.
Yeah, I would say for when this is what she just reminded me of the things. When I started working, because I wasn't working as much before, you know, the money was coming to me very easy. I had a job, but it was like part-time just to show that I'm working, you know. But when we started, you know, legit, properly together, then I started working, really putting the hours, you know. I was a truck driver, so I was doing the container. So that was, you know, we're saying maybe 13 to 15 hours a day, you know, I was out. And you could do a calculation for yourself. A week that would accumulate, I don't know, 75 hours, you know, just 75 to 80 hours out. And so money was coming in, but money was going, you know, and we were really counting the pennies. And of course, when we found out she was pregnant, on top of all these things, you know, we already had debts to pay. And then we were saying, what are we gonna do? Because, you know, how do people do it? We was thinking how people do it and how we gonna do it. Where that was wrong thinking for us, because we had to find a solution. Nobody's gonna be there for us. And so we were really, I would say, really struggling with with the financial part. Afterwards, when we started knowing a little bit more about how to build your relationship, you know, and these things gave us the strength to continue, you know, together. And that's the reason why we're here today. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here together. I don't think so. Well, I would have gone a long time ago, yeah. I would think.
12 years. We go things right, and then we're starting, and after that year or something, our daughter was born, and we spent nearly 1 year in Brazil. And I think that made him change, because that hit him like, oh, I'm a father now, I have to be this way. And we put the things together, and we started to plan more for the family. Yeah.
So basically now, going back to what we said before, because of the hardship we had, we said, no, we're not gonna continue living the same way, or even better. We wanna make it even much more better than this. Because of the hard time, we wanna forget the past, you know, we wanna move on. So we want to have a, find a life, we want to be so great in the financial life, So now we have our business. Not only here in the current place we live, we have businesses abroad. Not only, we see all currencies coming into our account, and that's the way I want to. I don't want to be able to, take funds from the current place I have to another place. No, I want to have the funds there waiting for me. That's the way I look at life. And everywhere we have, the places where we are from, we have our house, apartments there, So we don't need to go to, family's house. We can go. We have our own places. We can stay there, no problem. Before, basically, in the hardship was I was working. And I would say to her, look, this is the money, you have to manage everything, yeah? I don't want nothing late, I'm doing my part, I'm not gonna have mind or the brain to do the other things, So this is the money, you have to manage everything, So she would take care of the money, and she would make sure this get paid, that get paid, which one is the priority. Sometimes, bills was late, we had to pay so many charges, but she would prioritize which one would be, I've got used to her, I would say, so many years I've been with her, she's the mother of my child, she's my wife, we are married. The family back where she lives, they really have respect for me, She didn't choose me for the title I have, the job I have. I mean, out there, you would find girls, ladies, they would go for what the person have. It's a fake world out there, It's really hard to find someone on your level, someone with your understanding, I never went out there at that time. I would go for the looks. I would never go for what they have or didn't really care that much. But now, why she's so important to me? Why? Because she cares about me. When I was down, she lifted me up. She was there for me. She shared the hardship I had. She was there with me. And I will never forget that, because if it was somebody else, I think they would have left, because it was so, how can I give a word, disastrous, it was so intense, the pressure we had, So she was there, she didn't let go, she didn't give up. So for that reason, I appreciate that every day I wake up, I say thank you for her being here with me. She's caring, she's a good mother, she look after our daughter, we have our moments together, 3 of us, me, her and my daughter. So this is precious, and I will never change this for anything. I don't think we can live without each other, We can go with some time if we have if I need to go abroad for business purposes and stay for some time, that's no problem. But, not for a long time, I would say, not for long.
I'd like to say thanks to this beautiful couple for sharing their life story with us. We are pretty sure you have inspired our viewers.
So now we're going to go for a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Dear viewer of the Love Talk Show, did you know that you can watch full-length episodes now via our YouTube channel? All you have to do, Ana, is to find the Love Talk Show YouTube channel, subscribe. You're going to find all our episodes there in full length, and you can watch for free. You can even copy the link and share with family and friends. But not only that,
You also in the social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, follow us, like, share, and comments.
and also don't forget to visit our website, lovetalkshow.tv. There you're going to find even more information that you will not see here on the TV show. And also you can write your questions. Send us your questions to the email questions@lovetalkshow.tv. All right, we would love to hear from you. Let's continue watching Love Talk Show.
Welcome back. Dear viewers, our main purpose today is to show you that with a good family finance plan, you can use money to enjoy and create different memories of life with your spouse.
You can take your partner to dinner or have a picnic in the park. You can buy a ring for your wife or a single rose. It's not about the price of the present. It's about the meaning of it. It's about the moments together. You can carry out a gesture of love with any kind of income you two have if you have a well-planned family budget.
Speaking about moments together, now it's time for our trip for two. Let's check it out.
Hello everyone, so we are here at the park with Sama. We have our gear, and as you can see, we are ready to go for a swim.
No.
No, we are going to take pictures. We are going to have... Sama is actually a photographer, right? You are today our coach. And I was challenged by my lovely wife because she loves photography.
Yes, I
enjoy
do.
it too. She enjoys it more. Don't worry, don't mind the noise around. We're in a public place, as you can imagine. But she wanted to come here, get some training on photographs. We spoke to someone, invited him. Thanks for coming to the show.
Thank you, Sama.
And Sama, talk a little bit about how long you have been doing this. Why do you love photography so much?
Actually, I think about a year ago, it actually started off as a hobby. So I would literally just pick up, at the time it was my phone. So I would just take my phone, I would visit different places and just get different snapshots. So from that, I started to upload it on my Instagram account, and then started to get a bit of attention. So people are saying, oh wow, you're good, you know, you should do this more. And then yeah, I started doing it more, and from there on, I thought, well, if I'm good at this, I might as well invest in it more, especially because I enjoy doing it. That's the main thing. So it's not just the fact of, okay, I'm just gonna take pictures just to make money. No, I actually enjoy doing what I do. So then I thought, yeah, it's worth an investment. Let me actually get a camera.
I have zero experience with this.
Me too.
Yeah, but you're good at it. I know she's probably going to beat me in this challenge.
I hope so.
But Ana, it's a great opportunity, even for couples to go to the park, right?
Yes.
Take pictures together.
Enjoy each other and the
Yes.
time, right?
It's in the simplest things, right? As you're saying, nowadays, even the phones becomes, the cameras on the phones are so good. You know, if people want to invest, do like you did and get a better gear, that's very good.
Yeah.
If you don't want to bother buy a brand new camera, but you have your phone, but the most important thing is do something nice together,
Yes.
enjoy
Spend
each other's
time.
company. So we're gonna be here on this trip for two. We're gonna have fun for sure. I will probably be beaten, as I said here.
Let's
But
see.
we'll see how it's going to go. We're going to take some pictures together. The production challenges to take some pictures here that we have to fulfill, some tasks which we're going to fulfill. I don't know which one we're going to take. It's going to be a surprise for us and for you too. Let's enjoy this moment together. He's going to give us some coaching here on how to do this, and then we're going to go take pictures, right?
Indeed.
Good. So
Yes.
let's get on with it. So it's time to do it. It's time for the challenge. The Love Talk team has prepared the challenge here for us, which we are about to receive.
let's
Thank
see,
you
yeah.
very much. So let's see here, Summer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you a hard time. I need a lot of help with this because.
That's good. Mental health.
So the first one is take a picture of your loved one. That's one I know we are going to enjoy.
quite
Right?
easy.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, it's an easy one.
not
So start
difficult.
easy. Very good. Let's go then.
Okay,
Okay,
let's
let's
go.
So should it be like portrait or landscape?
So you can decide. So for example, as we're in the park, we obviously have good backgrounds. So you can decide to go landscape with this or portrait. Sometimes portraits are good because it focuses, sorry, just mind your step, because it focuses on the person, on the features of the person, especially as this task is to take a picture of someone you love. So then you might want to focus more on the person, the
person.
feature of the person,
Then
what stands out, maybe a real close-up sometimes. So yeah, it really depends on what you want to show exactly.
Focus on him, yeah.
Yeah. So then the autofocus, remember that button. So then you
This one?
press-
No,
That's
sorry.
the autofocus. So then you press that to focus on him. So you hold on to it.
You
So
need
when
to
you hold
hold
on
on.
to it, then it focused on him. So now it's focused on him. So if you want to move closer to him, then you can use that to zoom in or out. Yeah.
You're the most silent photographer I've ever heard, ever seen.
My arm
I don't know what to do.
is
You're
just
the
be
director.
natural.
Huh?
Just be natural.
Okay, so now we're done with challenge number 1. So let's go to challenge number 2.
Let's see what
Yeah.
it is.
So let me just check. Okay, so this one's interesting. So take a picture of a flying animal.
All right. I have an idea.
So we're in the park, so it's going to be
Yeah.
easy.
Yes, I'm going to
Very
be
good.
difficult.
I'm not gonna say what is my idea. You have to
Okay.
beat me. I'm gonna see here. if
Let's
I'm going
go.
To win. Yeah, let's go. Ana, come on. Let's go. There's more challenges to do. I know you love this. You want to spend the whole day here, but there's more challenges. Come on. Let's go. Next one. Yes?
Yeah.
If you don't turn around, you're not going to... No.
She really wants to win.
We're going to hard.
So, yeah. So challenge number 3 is to take a picture of a random thing. So something random, something maybe out of place, something that is not usual. Or maybe it's usual, but you want to make it look random, you know, anything.
Good.
So you're free,
Okay.
literally.
Very
Use our creativity.
Yeah,
All
literally.
right,
Use your
let's go.
creativity and go
Thank
ahead.
you.
You took my... Você
No,
tá tirando
no, just
foto
take the
do...
picture. I'm following you. Whatever you do, I'll do. No. Kidding. What do you think of this one? I like this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
that's
same.
nice.
We had the same idea.
So that was it. After challenge number 3, now we're done. So let's see who the winner is.
Very good. Let's start having a look at the pictures.
Yeah. So from the
So
first
challenge 1 was to take a
take
picture
a
of the one you
picture of
love.
your loved one. Yeah. These are good pictures.
I think I like this one.
That one, yeah.
Okay, I need to make a pick. So my pick will be this one.
So they're both very good, but judging from the 2, if I were to choose one, I would have to say
Yes.
yes.
1-0, one for me.
It's the best out of 3, so it's not over yet.
Let's see, let's
Definitely,
see.
you know,
So the second one was to take the picture of an
of a
animal
flying
that
object,
flies.
or
Yeah,
flying
a
animal.
flying. Yeah. So which one do you
Okay.
choose there?
Oh, yeah, that one. Oh, that's really nice. That is really
Which
good.
one?
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yep.
He didn't want to look at me, but I was trying.
If I were to choose, oh, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. They're both quite similar as well. But I think the timing and all, I will have to go with that one.
So 1-1. Wow.
Good.
Then, which makes the next challenge the real one.
Yes.
Because whoever wins, this one wins. So let me see. It was the
So
random.
random thing, so random objects or anything they found interesting. So
I took a couple here. Let me show you. I guess this one because of the color contrast. I liked it. Right, the
really
flower.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Focus on the flower, the background is blurred out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. And ooh. They're making it too hard for me.
Was the same flower?
No, different one. These are two flowers. We
Really
chose
difficult
flowers.
for me. They're both really good. Gosh, can we end in a tie? I mean, they're both equally as good. I would literally be more than happy to walk away.
Now we have put you on the spot, Summer. You need to make a decision.
But they're both exceptional. My gosh, this is a hard job.
Let me see yours.
Okay. Yeah. They're both good. I can't do this. But if I was to go with one, I will have to go with that one.
Right. I rest my case. I told you from the beginning. I told you he was gonna win.
Yeah.
But Summer, we had a great time
It
here
was amazing.
together,
It
you
was
know,
fantastic.
and it's something we recommend, right, for
Yeah.
couples to come to the park, take nice pictures
Spend
together,
some time
or
together.
you know, there's sports here that you can do. There's a lake
literally.
behind us that people are rowing,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
boats. So as long as you're doing things together, as long as you are paying enough
Enjoy
attention to
each
one another,
other.
right?
Yeah,
Doing something you
exactly.
love, you will definitely be contributing for the happiness in your relationship. We hope you have enjoyed, and let's continue watching Love Talk Show. So Anna, it was amazing, right?
Lovely.
To have our trip for 2 moments. And dear viewers, if you would like to invest in your relationship, keep an eye here on the ideas that we are going to bring to you in the Love Talk Show for days out and other very nice things that you can do together with your partner.
Unfortunately, we have run out of time. We hope that you have learned an important lesson today. Money is all about trust.
That's right. In making everyday purchases, for instance, you are trusting the quality of someone else's product. And the person trusts that you will pay for it accordingly, whether it's buying a bottle of water or buying a house. This is not different in marriage, right? There has to be trust and accountability when establishing a family's budget.
We shall be back next week with another important topic on the Love Talk Show. See you then. Bye bye for now.
Bye.
This program is brought to you by UCKG.